The Mark button at the top right of all the question windows is an easy way for you to say, I'm not all too sure about this question here. I better make a note so that I can come back later and take another look at this. And you do this simply by clicking on the Mark button. This question here is now marked. You can see this by the orange button that there shows up at the top right, which now reads Unmark. To unmark this question, simply click the button again. So the question, of course, now is, well, when I mark this, how can I come back once I've moved on to other questions? Let's go back to number 9, for instance. Where are all my marked answers? Click on the Show Grid button, and in the grid view, you can now clearly see that in this 10-question exam, we have 3 of those questions that have been marked, where I wasn't all too sure whether the selected answer was the correct one. In order to review them, simply click on the Q3 button. Right here, it takes you back to the actual question. You can now review it and say, no, this is correct. I want to unmark this. This is all good. You go back to the grid and you work your way through all the questions in this way that you have marked. Now, there's one more note. If at any time while you still have questions that are marked, you decide to click the End Exam button, the system will show you this warning message saying, you have marked or unanswered questions. Are you sure you want to end the exam? In this way, it gives you a fair warning saying, there are a few questions here that you weren't sure about. Therefore, you better go take another look at those. Question 6 here, and figure out what the real answer is to this question. And this is really all there is to say about marking and unmarking questions in the PM exam simulator.